All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see every one of you here. My name is Alex from MarketWise Asia. I forget to on my light. All right, good evening, everyone. So if you guys can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comments. Oops. Oops. Okay, sorry. All right. So if you guys can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comments. I remember the previous Facebook Live, I think I have some issue with my audio. So I think I've spoken for 1 minute and nobody hears me. All right. So I can see every one of you here. Hello, JJ. Hello, Gary. Hello, Vico. Hello, Danny. All right. Thank you for all your support. All right. So Ethan, good evening. Candy, Christopher, Natalie, Lisa. Good to see every one of you here. Amelia, Nelson, Karina, Samuel. Hello, Guang Hui. Good to see every one of you here. Okay, so how are you guys? So I think there are more people attending my Facebook Live at night rather than in the afternoon. So I guess you guys prefer you have more time to attend my Facebook Live at night, right? I believe so, because at night after work you guys can chill, drink coffee, drink tea, whatever, and watch the Facebook Live. But in afternoon, right, you might have to work, so you might not be able to watch my Facebook Live. Am I right to say that? Okay, so yeah, hello Anthony, hello Gerard, hello Swat Hua, hello Lisa. Okay, good to see every one of you here. All right, so for those who are new to MarketWise Asia over here, right? So remember to subscribe to our Telegram's channel. You should be able to see the link in the screen over here. All right, so let me take a look. Okay, if you cannot click on the link, right? So just let me post the link in the comments. All right, you should be able to see the link Telegram channel in the comments also. So let me share my screen over here. All right, so today agenda is very simple. All right, so I will go through with you the broad market. All right, then we'll look at the market leaders. Then I'll look at the commodities. All right, mainly the CRB index, and then correlation between certain things. All right, and then I will focus on the stock in focus. All right, so make a guess. Today I mentioned that I will speak regarding this ticker. There's the letter G. What do you think is this stock? Or whatever, what do you think it is? Right, make a guess first. Right, the aircon is a bit cold. Let me reduce my temperature, because I think I just did a servicing this afternoon only. Okay. Samuel say go. Natalie say Google. All right. What else? Danomin say Google. Why Google? Amelia also say Google. Okay. Okay, so sorry to say that. Okay, the answer is not Google. If you have taken notice of what I've been mentioning recently, all right, the thing that I'm saying is not about tech stocks. Okay, so yep, I will go through with that later. So let's go through the broad market first. Okay, so right now, okay, let me take a look. So the Nasdaq, basically the whole market. Nasdaq is down 0.1%. The S&P is down 0.08. So Dow is 0.11. So it's kind of pretty flat. So nothing much. Okay. So talking about broad market, nevertheless, the market is still on a uptrend. Hello, Jay. You have just ended your webinar, right? So yeah. So it's kind of flat. So yeah. Overall, the market it is still on a uptrend. All right, so for those who have been following me, I've been mentioning, I think for the 101 times already, market is still on an uptrend above the central pivot range, above the cloud, so it's still on uptrend, but I would prefer to have a pullback. Okay, so but for the Nasdaq, right now, one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down, so it is kind of frustrating. So this is a impulse move, all right? So in case, you know, the market didn't really do a steeper pullback, okay, if they consolidate like this for some time, this is also a consolidate. So instead of doing a pullback through price, right, it does a pullback through time. So it does a pullback through time. So this is also will be a good consolidation if just price decided to go flat for the past 1 to 2 weeks. So this will also be considered a pullback. So then it could go up like this, all right? But I'm not going to guess the market, but the market tells me that, you know, it is still on uptrend. It's above the CPR, above the cloud. So I am not going to short the market. Simple as that. So I'm just going to end this broad market update on this. I want to say that market leaders, all right? So take a look at the market leaders. So if you have been following me, also I use this site called Finbase, all right? Just in case you don't know, all right? Okay, so let me go through the groups. All right, so today the sector, all right, the sector. Basically, I'm just sharing with you what I always do when I look at the market nowadays. Okay, I like to see what are the sectors they are doing well, what are the industry they are doing well. So at least have a broad idea, you see, what are doing well, what are not doing so well. Okay, so that will lead me to the ETF list I'm going to share with you later. All right, so the one day, all right, today, the industrial are performing well, financial are performing well, consumer cyclical is doing well, consumer discretionary lah, okay? So real estate, energy, the one that are down are the consumer staple, the consumer defensive, the comms, the basic materials, the utilities, tech is down also, and healthcare is down. So let us zoom into the industry also. All right, so I think you guys can see, right? Okay, so these integrated freight and logistic, luxury goods, departmental stores, textile manufacturing, lumber and wood, food distribution, all these are doing very well today. So all these are the positive ones today. All right, if you're talking about negative ones, that the worst one will be the auto manufacturers, utilities like regulated waters, electronic components, medical distribution. So there are a lot of things that you are able to look at. You know, there are too many industry already, or these different categories or segments that you want to say. If you want to say it this way, okay. So I have this ETF list. I'm not sure how many actually look at this list. I think I mentioned that a few times already. All right. So later, if you didn't know about this list, remember to join our Telegram channel. I will repost this list into the Telegram channel. All right, so you can only get this list if you're inside the Telegram channel. All right, so I've classified them into many industry indices, countries, commodities, currencies, stocks. Actually, I've already added more and more things already. So how I say that? Okay, so I have the 11 main sectors. All right. So let me try to zoom in. Okay, I try to zoom in. So aerospace, I think the reason why I added in is these, like for example, carbon credits. These are the theme, all right? So I recently also added the ESG, all right, ESG. And then I also added hydrogen, and then IPO. This ETF talks about the recent IPOs, all right? And then what else? Private equity, and there are quite a few specs, all right, special purpose acquisition companies. So I added a few also. So I also added like the style. Okay, we also have the large cap value, large cap growth, mid cap value, mid cap growth, and all these. So this list is actually pretty comprehensive. Not the full list of ETF, but you know, there are many ETF that are being repeated. Okay, so more or less, I think it can capture quite a big market, or the whole market in terms of the sectors, the theme, or whatever. Okay, so let me go through these using the market in now. So this is the watch list that I'm looking at. Okay, so inside these the one that I'm talking about, I'm sharing with you right now. I actually put it in this market in now, my own screener, or this is a paid screener. So under this ETF industry, so I click on it. All right, so today, best and worst, you take a look now, okay? Let me see. Okay, so the best one today is best performing for today percentage change. All right, can see natural gas, sugar, betting and gaming, cotton, retail. All right, so transportation, Vice ETF. Okay, interesting ETF. Home construction, China internet. So you roughly know what is moving today. Okay, so if you take a look at the, let me see this. All right, can you see this resorts and casino? I think it's under the, where is it? It's under the sports, betting and iGaming. So can you see? So this thing, all right, back to here, right? For example, retail, departmental stores, resorts, casino. So all this will be reflected via this, sorry, I keep going to this list, reflected via this ETF list over here, all right? Retail, what else? Gaming, etc. Okay, home construction, is that it? All right, take a look. Apparel retail, can you see? All right, gambling, all these are at the top. Retail again. All right, so yeah, agriculture, recreational vehicle. Okay, so it never says the. Let me see. Okay, doesn't have much commodities inside, but lumbers is inside. Okay, lumbers is inside. So this ETF, sorry, I keep showing this page. I remove this page. Okay, so yeah, so this list is pretty comprehensive already. Okay, so I hope you guys find this ETF useful. So if you're already inside the MarketWise Asia Telegram channel, you should be able to access to this list already. So please make use of this list. Okay, please make use of this list. And commodity. All right. So if you have been watching my Facebook Live, I've been mentioning about commodities. Okay, commodities. So today the stock in focus is also about commodities. Okay. So the answer is pretty near to gold, which some of you mentioned, but it's a derivative of gold. Okay, it's not exactly gold itself. It's a derivative of gold. I want to make a guess what is a derivative of gold or not. Okay, what is a derivative of gold? All right, so before I go into that, right, let me know what do you need is a derivative of gold. What's the answer? Okay, so let me go to this CRB index. Okay, CRB index is also found in TradingView. All right, let me go to that. Okay, yes. Start with the G. So Angela got it right. So it's gold miners. So the one I'm talking about is gold miner. All right. Later I'll share with you what the stock is. Okay. So this is a commodity index. This is a Thomson Reuters core commodities CRB index. So it's a broad-based commodity index. So I suppose quite a number of all the soft, the metals, the oil, energy are all inside this commodity index. So you can see for the past how many months or years really. So since it bottomed out last year, 2020, April, after the COVID sell off, all right, this CRB index has been up about 100% already. Okay, so it also respected the the CPR over here very well. Touch the CPR central pivot range, all right, central pivot range, CPR also. Now it's heading higher, all right. So if you're talking about the weekly time frame, okay, so it has also broken above the cloud, okay. So once price is above the cloud, it is an uptrend, all right. Even for the monthly time frame, okay, not there yet, but almost hitting at above the cloud already. So it might be hitting at a resistance right now because you need to understand, even though commodity, we might be in a bull market right now, at least from my own perspective. By the way, all right, I forgot to mention, right, whatever I say today is just for informational purpose, all right? It is not a recommendation for me to tell you what to buy or what to sell, okay? Please treat me as a clown. Alex is always wrong. Please don't copy me. Whatever I say is just for entertainment purpose. Okay? All right. So market doesn't move in a straight line. So for the past many weeks or many months, price has been going up quite steadily. So I might be expecting a pullback soon for commodities. So I also want to ask you to take notice of this very long-term trend line. At least I've drawn on this CRB index. All right. So right now we are hitting the top of the trend line over here. All right, this is a monthly chart. Right, remember this is a very long-term chart. So let me drill down to the weekly chart. Okay, we are also hitting the trend line over here already. Okay, and if I zoom down even lower time frame to the daily, which most people are very familiar with, the daily time frame. Okay, it's also the same. Okay, we are basically hitting this trend line. So there might be a pullback. Okay, but I'm still bullish. Basically, still bullish on the commodities, the whole commodities market. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, Colin Sell, all right, and Robin Ho is also mentioning about the bull market in commodity. Or at least I take comfort that there are two gurus with the same view as me, or rather I have the same views as them. So at least I know that these two gurus have the same view as me. Colin and Robin think that we are at a commodities super bull market right now, super cycle, or what they say. I think so. Okay. Oh, by the way, I think there are about more than 100 people in this Facebook Live. All right. So if you think I'm providing some value or good entertainment, whatever it is, okay, can you please give me a like, comment, or share, or at least give me a like, okay? Because liking is free. Okay. Just give me a like so that at least you tell Facebook that you are engaging with me. So in the future, if you want to see more of me, Facebook will notify you. All right. Because if you don't tell Facebook that you like me, all right, or you want to see more of my content, right, Facebook will show you lesser and lesser of my content in the future to you on your Facebook feed. All right. Facebook algo is very, very funny one. Sometimes they show you my Facebook Live, sometimes they don't show you. All right. So if you want them to show you my Facebook Live, you have to engage with me, and the best way is to like, comment, or share. Okay. So thank you very much. All right. Okay. So just to give you some broad context. So in the previous Facebook Live, I mentioned that. Okay, so okay right now. So you know that the commodities market are running is in a bull market, right? Okay, so I show you. Okay, I also mentioned in my previous Facebook Live. Okay, this lumber, right? The timber, the wood, 那个木啊 okay, lumber, in case you don't know. All right, so lumber has been surging also. All right, these are the markets that most people don't really take notice of. For example, like this. So at the low over here to the high over here, okay, see, went up quite a bit. Okay, so all right. So it's been up about 500%. Okay, lumber has been up 500%. Okay, so this lean hog, okay, this is, I think, is the meat market. Okay, so also has been up from the low over here to the high, right? 152% lean hogs. Okay, so sugar futures. Okay, sugar futures also has been going up all the way. Okay, sugar has been up 90%, 100%. Okay, so all these are the soft commodities. So what else? Coffee. I think coffee, let me see. I'm a coffee lover, right? Coffee, the ticker is KC in the future. Okay, KC. So has been a bit noisy, but overall has been trending up. Also, let's take a point here from the low over here. Okay, 50% up. Also pretty good. All right. Of course, the more common ones like soybean. Let me see. I have this in my watch list over here. Soybean. Can see all these are going up. Right. I don't want to talk about the percentage anymore. You just take a look. All these are heading higher. Right. Wheat, the grains. All right. Corn has been higher also. Corn also like quite parabolic. See how many days already? All green air, as in green bars, you know. If you're talking about metals, right, the ones that are running is copper. Copper also has been all-time high. I think, is it all-time high or very high? Okay, take a look. Okay, yeah, it's pretty high. Okay, near to the all-time high already. Okay, so this is copper, by the way, this is copper. Okay, also heading higher. Right, these are the markets that not many people are talking about it in the media. All right, people are still talking about the tech stocks, the Tesla, whatever lah. Okay, all these are sexy stocks lah. Okay, and if you're talking about palladium has been also going quite high also. All right, palladium. All right, of course, the most recent one that I mentioned is platinum that I've mentioned, which I also have a position in. Platinum, where's my platinum? Okay, platinum is over here. Okay, also has been quietly heading higher. So in that case, you can see everything for commodities are all heading higher. That's why the CRB index are all heading higher. Okay, but what I mentioned, the stock in focus today, okay, I'll just tell you that, okay, it's gold miners, and the one that I want to share with you is this, not exactly really a stock per se, but it is an ETF. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you is this the gold miner ETF called the GDX, the GDX. Just a quick show of hand here. Right? How many of you here actually are already vested in the gold miners right now? Gold miners, GDX. It can be individual gold miner stocks, or it can be just the ETF GDX. How many of you are actually have position inside gold miners already? Can you type a yes in the comments if you have, right? If you have. Let me take a break while I wait for your answers. Oh, all right. Right, soon you are vested in GDX, right? Only one? Anybody else? Anybody else or not? Only one. All right, nevertheless, all right. So let me just share with you this gold chart. Gold chart. Where's my gold chart? Okay. Gary say only holding on to my gold chain. All right. So gold is actually not performing well compared to the rest of the commodities. All right. Commodities. Maybe all the money go into Bitcoin already. Okay. But yeah, so while the rest of the commodities are heading higher, rallying, right? Gold, since the high here, has been down quite a bit. So gold has been down about 20% already. Okay. But recently, all right, as I mentioned, all right, gold is above the CPR over here, central period range, but it's below the cloud. So on the daily time frame, I can say that, you know, gold, the downtrend is weakening, all right, downtrend is weakening. On the weekly time frame, all right, initially, I mentioned that I was bearish on gold because price actually broke below the cloud over here, all right, and I was expecting a rebound, and the rebound actually really came, okay, and right now it seems that it is holding well above the cloud support over here. All right, this is the weekly chart. So right now I am not so bearish on gold, but overall, generally, right, you know, if the commodities market are heading higher, gold should be heading higher also, okay. All right, because a rising tide lift all the boats. So yeah, so daily time frame above the CPR, so it is bullish to me, and it is holding pretty well right now above the R1 level. All right, so let's talk about the gold miners. Gold miners is this GDX over here. All right, it is nothing much to explain. Okay, basically it track a market cap weighted index of global gold mining firms. Okay, as simple as that. All right, so All right, so the top 10 holding are the Newmont, Barrick Gold, Franco-Nevada. So the top 10 holdings already contribute to 63% for this ETF already. So the top 10 whole majority of this ETF already, the percentage wise. All right, so let's take a look at GDX. GDX. Here. All right. So maybe I shall remove my pivot. All right. So over here and the cloud over here now. Okay, if you are strictly talking about trend lines, all right. So you can see this trend line over here. It was on a steady downtrend, resisted by this trend over here, and recently price just broke above this trend line over here. All right. So I hope you guys can see. And if you add in my standard indicators that I always talk about, the Ichimoku, the pivots, all right, and the CPR over here. Okay, right now it is also above the cloud. So this gives me the conviction that the gold miners are in a uptrend, all right, and above the CPR, so it is definitely on an uptrend, at least based on the daily time frame. All right. If you go to the weekly time frame, a higher time frame, okay, so can you see over here? This was the impulse move. Okay, so if you're looking at the weekly time frame, it is almost the same like gold. So it's undergoing a pullback. Okay, so this pullback also looks pretty normal to me actually. All right, if you look at the daily time frame, okay, this is like a very long downtrend now. Okay, but if you take a look at the weekly time frame, this is actually still quite manageable to me. But of course, if you bought here, then you have to tahan this drawdown. I'm right to say that, right? What I want you to take note is that for GDX, can see this yearly pivot, right? It is hitting right smack at this yearly pivot, which is represented by these black dotted lines over here. Okay, so can you see it hit the yearly PR over here and then rebounded over here? All right, so price, it is still on a uptrend on the weekly time frame, on longer term time frame. All right, even on a monthly time frame, monthly time frame, it is still above the cloud. So it is clearly, whether be on a daily time frame, on a weekly time frame, or a monthly time frame, the gold miners are on a uptrend. Okay, but the question is, right, okay, who is leading who? Is it the gold leading the miners or the miners leading the gold? Okay, what do you think? What do you think? The answer is I don't have an answer. So I also don't know. Okay, so if you have some insights about the gold industry or you're working in the gold industry, all right, if you're an expert, all right, do share with me your knowledge also. Let me go through this correlation, which I wanted to mention over here, right? So let me see this correlation. Okay, so I want the correlation calculator. I want the gold. I'll use GLD as a proxy, and then GDX. Okay, so for the past 30 days, right, they move in tandem. So the correlation is 0.94. So if correlation, if it is 1, right, it move 100% correlated, 100% the same way. So it move up $10, you move up $10 also. Move down $10, you move down $10 also. Okay, so it's 100% correlated. So 0.94 means is very, very, very correlated. Okay, so basically, if either gold move up, the gold minus will move up, okay? Or whether the GDX move up, the gold will move up also. Okay, so for the past, let's say 50 days, it's not so, 66%. All right, 100 days, 82%. 200 days, all right, so it's about 90%. So generally, all right, they are moving in the same tandem. Okay, they move in the same direction. So go back to gold again. Okay, go. If I add in the yearly pivot over here, okay, so I can see that gold is hitting the yearly pivot over here. I think can be confusing. So I remove the monthly pivot over here. All right, can you guys see over here? It is hitting right smack at the yearly pivot. So it's a bit of a dilemma. Okay, so gold hasn't really broken above the yearly pivot, but the gold miners has already broken above the yearly pivot already. So for the GDX. Okay, so for me, I'll just look at the price action, even though they are in tandem. By the way, I don't have a position in gold or GDX yet. So I'm just sharing with you what I think is a potential trade ideas. Okay, so it is not a recommendation to tell you that you must buy GDX. You must buy GDX. But I realize, I told my friend also, a Facebook friend also, who got to know me through my Facebook Live. I told him that, whenever I share publicly on Facebook Live, it tends to go higher up. I hope that it continues. Whenever I don't share on Facebook Live, whatever position that I enter privately, it tends to go against me, and I'll get stop out one. So maybe now I want to try to announce some of the trade ideas publicly, and I want to enter publicly also. Maybe then, then that will also help me, to push my portfolio up. Okay, I think this a bit superstitious. Okay, all right. So maybe I want to just share with you guys. Okay, but don't treat it as a trade ideas that you must enter. This is just for informational purpose. Of course, right now, the gold miners, for example, GDX, is undergoing a pullback. Can you see that price actually hit the R2 level and is undergoing a pullback? Okay, but what I like this pullback. Okay, it seems that while this is going down, this pullback, the volume is also relatively lower. Okay, so this is a good sign, right? In a bull market. Basically, the pullback, you don't want too much of a volume for the selling. So this is still pretty decent pullback to me. Right? As I mentioned, you don't expect price to actually keep going higher with no pullback at all. So expect a pullback along the way. And for commodities, pullback can be volatile. Okay, pullback can be volatile. Okay, just take a look at the XOP. Okay, XOP is also a position that I have. Okay, can you see this pullback? It's quite a steep ABC pullback, and recently it is going higher up again. Okay, so again, I've also mentioned quite a number of times based on the daily time frame. Normally, all right, the S1 is the last line of defense. So can you see over here at S1 price rally now? Of course, I cannot tell you whether price continue to head up higher or go down. But if you are doing a swing trade, the S1 is a good price to enter. It's a good price to enter. All right. Dennis, you asked about JDXJ. All right, let's look JDXJ. This is basically another gold miners but by different issuer. This is by the next vectors, different ETF issuer. All right, so technically, I would just normally take the biggest AUM, the asset under management. Okay. For GDXJ, right? Basically, it also have the same movement, just that it is more like gold. It didn't really close above the yearly pivot over here, this black dotted line over here, and also didn't cross above the cloud. Okay, didn't cross above the cloud. And if you draw a trend line over here, okay, so it is still weaker than the JDXJ. Okay, so let me say for JDXJ, okay, JDXJ. So if you are using ETF.com, you can just type ETF.com/the ticker, right? Then you go to the profile already. Okay, so this is the next Vector Junior Gold Miners. Right, so I suppose it is because of the constituents of the stocks. Okay, so can you see over here? All right, all the stocks are different over here, right? This is more like a equal weight, is it? Okay, this is a market cap. Okay, but it's focusing on the small caps. Okay, that's the reason why. Okay, so the big caps, basically the GDX, is stronger than the JDXJ. Okay, so basically I would prefer to go for the JDX instead of the JDXJ. Okay. So let me see. All right. So yeah. So this is the JDX that I want to mention to you guys. All right. So I want to, besides that, I want to share with you the Bitcoin. Bitcoin also. All right. So how many of you are happy that Bitcoin and Ethereum actually rebounded? Or how many actually have more position, dollar cost average and buy more when it fell? How many of you? All right. So in my previous Facebook Live, right, I also mentioned that again, like the XOP, based on the daily time frame, normally the S1 is the last line of support already, and it also coincide with the cloud. So it actually rally up. So it's up 10% yesterday. Today is up 1.64%. All right. So Ethereum, it is definitely much stronger. Price never actually tested the in all the things over here. Price actually never tested the monthly pivot. So its Ethereum is very, very strong. Okay. All right. So yeah. So just want to share with you the Bitcoin. So I would just want to repeat this concept. On the uptrend based on the daily time frame. Okay. If this is a continual uptrend, when price tested the CPR, when tested the S1 level, it is always a buy. Okay, always a buy. Okay. Of course, this could be a dead cat bounce, but all right, generally on an uptrend, all right, S1 and CPR is a good level to buy during a pullback in a daily time frame. Do you get what I mean? If you understand what I'm trying to say, all right, type yes in the comments. So I repeat again, on a daily time frame, if price actually fall to the CPR or the S1 level, S1 support level, then this is a good time to enter. Okay, so if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, please type a yes in the comments. All right. So any question you guys want me to talk about? You have any question or that I can share with you guys? Oh, by the way, GDX, I forgot to mention GDX. I suddenly remember. So GDX. Okay. This is a money time frame for GDX. For those who attended Beanie course, okay, during the recent Market Insights Virtual Summit, all right, you should be very familiar with this concept called the wash and rinse. All right, so if you are new to this Facebook Live, you might not understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so they have this price action called the wash and rinse pattern. So on the monthly time frame, okay, this is a wash bar. Okay, and this month, even though it hasn't ended, which is pretty near already, okay, this is a rinse bar. Okay, so this is a wash bar, and then this month, the month of April, this is a rinse bar. So potentially, all right, there might be more upside to come because of this wash and rinse price action. All right. So you guys can take a look at GDX just for some trade ideas. So whatever you want to do is up to you already. Okay, I'm not liable for any of your profits or losses. If you are making profits, feel free to ask me to go and drink coffee. Right? If you are making losses, okay, it is your own matters. Okay. So I'm just trying to say, all right, please do your own due diligence. All right. So if you think I've been providing value so far, all right, please give me a like, share, or comment. This is just to let Facebook know that you like my content. You want to see more of my content in the future. All right, so liking is free. All right, don't be so kiam siap lah. Okay, so just give me a like. Okay. Every time I do Facebook Live, I can get quite thirsty. What's your view on Amazon stock split? May. Okay. Is there a stock split? I don't know actually, because I don't really follow this stock split thing also. I'm more of a technical guy lah. So regarding stock split and all this, I'm not so in depth on it. I'm just trying to be frank with you lah. Okay. All right. So you have any right now? By some time now, okay, maybe some 10 to 15 minutes time. If any stocks you want me to go through, I can go through with you. Maybe just a few stocks. Okay. So first come, first serve. If any stocks you want me to go through, I can go through with you. So I hope that by 12:30 I will end this Facebook Live. Any stocks? Let me go through the performance today again. How's the market like right now? All right, market is actually recovering. Okay, Nasdaq is down only 0.36. ES. Okay, let me check my platinum. Platinum, how is it going? Oh, by the way, recently I didn't have much position entered. I only entered into platinum and IBB, which I mentioned in my previous Facebook Live. Platinum I entered, which I am pretty bullish. So far it seems okay. IBB is this biotech ETF. Also pretty okay. All right, can you see like right now, IBB is hitting this cloud resistance over here. So I'm not surprised that price actually today there's a consolidation or at least a pullback. Okay, so these are my position. And the rest I'm just basically still holding on now because I think the market is at a high level now. So I don't want to enter, I don't want to hold too much position. All right. So Maurice is asking about LMT. Okay, so I'm just looking at the first come first serve stock. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. Okay, so the aerospace is performing well. Okay, so let me go through back to my ETF industry. No, not this one. This one. Watch list. Let me see. ETF industry for the past 1 week over here. No, it's not inside. Okay, never mind. I just want to see whether the aerospace ETF is inside or not. Okay, never mind. All right, so the Lockheed Martin. So let me see. Go to the weekly time frame. Lockheed Martin is actually quite noisy in my perspective. Can you see over here, like, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But if you are just talking strictly based on how I look at the market, all right, so right now it is still on an uptrend. Price is above the CPI and above the monthly pivot over here. Okay, and right now it is actually above the yearly pivot also. All right, so if you ask me when I would enter, right? Okay, I'm just sharing with you my, of course, this is based on hindsight, but basically even for like moving forward, whatever stocks that I'm trying to enter, my strategy, my entry thinking is basically the same thing. Okay, so this is to tell you how to look at it if I were to be inside this Lockheed Martin before this. All right, so can you see over here for Lockheed Martin? This is more like case study also. So price is below the cloud over here. All right, so it's a downtrend below the CPR. So I won't be interested to buy into Lockheed Martin. Okay, so when price start to stabilize near the CPR and above the CPR, all right, I will be more interested to take a more closer look already, okay? It is still on a downtrend, but it tells me that the downtrend is weakening and is supported by the monthly CPR already. So if you really, you know, what I say, die want to enter 40都要进去的话, okay, you can consider, you know, your first entry here, all right? You can pair me in your first entry, maybe somewhere around here, okay? Somewhere around here. And then when price is above the yearly CPR, above the monthly CPR, above the cloud, then somewhere around here, then you know that actually Lockheed Martin is already back in an uptrend already, okay? Then you want to find an opportunity for you to enter into Lockheed Martin already, all right? To Lockheed Martin already, okay? So if you really want to enter, then you have to enter based on here, based on the recent consolidation over here. This is a very mild pullback over here, all right? Otherwise, there's not much of an entry opportunity. There's no wash and rinse trigger over here, all right? And right now, price is undergoing a pullback, Let me go through the time frame. All right, so if Lockheed Martin were to come back to this CPR here, then I'll be keen to enter, also to go long. All right, Lockheed Martin is an uptrend stock. I'll not be looking to go short, of course. And you need to understand, because price has been up, this rally is a very impulse move. So you can expect price to keep going higher and higher. So you do expect a pullback also. So this pullback to me is perfectly fine, perfectly normal to me. All right. So this is for LMT. All right. Andy is asking for ODFL. ODFL. This is Old Dominion Freight Line. So actually, you didn't really heard of this stock before, like ODFL. Let me take a look at this ODFL over here. ODFL. Trucking. All right, trucking is actually recently doing pretty well at trucking. No wonder. Okay, trucking. I always see this. I think over here, this group screener industry. I think it's the industry. I keep saying trucking. You know, I keep saying trucking. So is it over here? Oh, fine. Trucking. Okay, it's doing pretty well. Not the best, but quite decent. All right, so this is the trucking, ODFL. So if you're talking about trend-wise, I have nothing much to talk. Okay, basically it is on an uptrend, above the cloud, above the CPR on a weekly time frame. It is also heading very much higher, but the move over here like quite impulsive lah. Okay, I wouldn't say parabolic. But it is a very strong stock and has a lot of upside already. All right. So personally, I will find it hard to chase if I'm not entered into a position already. Okay. So if I really want to enter, I would prefer if price do a pullback to the yearly or to the monthly CPR, for example, like here. Okay. So right now, price is quite far from the monthly CPR. So for me, I wouldn't want to enter now. If you are already inside, then congrats lah. Okay, you can continue to ride up this stock. I'll prefer if there's a pullback to the CPR. I'm more of a pullback guy. All right. So Wise is asking about JD. JD, nothing much has changed. Like many of the China tech stocks is quite brutally murdered. Okay. All right. So when price is below the cloud, you should be careful already. Below CPR, that's the first sign of danger already. Can you see over here for JD over here, right? On a daily time frame, the last line of defense is at the S1 level already. Okay. It went up a bit and then crashed down also. Okay. All right. So when it become a downtrend and it hit the money CPR, it become a resistance once again. So it continue to head higher up. Okay. But right now we are hitting at the yearly pivot already. Okay. So I personally don't know whether this will be a good time to buy or not, because it depends on a time frame. It depends on a time frame. But if price can really hit the yearly pivot over here a bit more, only a bit more, that is about $70, then that will be quite interesting to see. All right, so it's taking a bet that price will actually rebound from this yearly pivot. So I'm talking from a swing trade perspective. Swing trade meaning that I hold for a few days to 1 or 2 weeks, that kind of position. All right, and then Teng Chuan is asking about Land B. What is this stock? Is it this one? No, this is not it. So what is this thing? Right, sorry, I don't know everything. So I say if I sound stupid to you. If I go to LW10, okay, so I talking about ICLN. All right, ICLN is like clean energy, right? Clean energy ETF, right? ICLN also something that I'm looking at. Can you see over here? I drew a trend line over here. All right, I think there are a lot of lines you might get confused. Okay, so let me remove the yearly pivot over here. So this is more of a short-term trend line over here. Price broke above the monthly pivot, okay, and starting to hold above the monthly pivot. Although price is still below the cloud, but on the weekly time frame, all right, this is all right. I think it's a good pullback. Okay, this is a good pullback. So on a daily time frame, it's like a downtrend, but on a weekly time frame, the uptrend is still intact. On a weekly time frame, the uptrend is still intact. So even though it is down, let me see, it is down 35%, the uptrend is still intact. All right, so when the uptrend is still intact, price can actually turn anytime based on the daily time frame. Okay, so all right, so if you really want to enter into ICLN, you could, all right, you just need to wait for a trigger to enter. So the trigger, whatever it is, could be wash and rinse when price break above the previous day high or whatever, all right? So you take your own trigger to enter if you really want to enter. Okay, there's potential. That's an opinion, okay? So I'm just giving you 3 ideas, all right? EMPH, all right. Enphase Energy. Enphase Energy also above the monthly CPR. All right, so I'm also more on the bullish side. Okay, even though I see weekly time frame, I know already. Okay, so this is still on a uptrend. All right, so basically recently a lot of charts are exhibiting this kind of chart. Price is below the cloud on a daily time frame, but on the weekly time frame, it is still on uptrend. Okay, so because due to the COVID, a lot of things strong up, so it is not surprising that this year the market can be a little bit tough to trade because of the pullback over here. All right, I can see JD. All right, JD. JD. All right, so it's like the same as just now the China stock that I mentioned. What stock is that? I forgot already. All right, so it's the JD. JD I mentioned already. Sorry, I blurred already. Tesla. I understand that yesterday the earnings came. So actually, earnings is much better, profit is much better, but price gap down today 3%. So yeah, earnings play is always like this. Okay, so it's quite tricky. But nevertheless, I'm still bullish on Tesla simply because price is above the monthly CPR and also holding well at the cloud over here. Right, and if you're looking purely at kind of a pattern price action, this is like a bull flag to me. A bull flag to me. So Tesla could head higher up. All right, for those who don't know, I actually entered Tesla here, all right, and I exit my Tesla over here, all right. This is so this is more like a swing trade to me now. I don't hold very much long term, all right. Imran, interesting question. Is there a potential wash and rinse on the Euro AUD? Okay, let's take a look. Euro AUD. Are you talking based on the daily time frame or the daily chart? Potential there is. All right. So this could be the wash bar, but today the rinse bar is not yet. It hasn't happened yet. So can you see that it actually get rejected over here? So this is a potential wash and rinse, but it hasn't happened yet. All right. Danny, are you asking me, are you hedging now? Okay, not really. So previously I did hedge using options, but it didn't really work out. So this, as you mentioned, it's just hedge only. So I didn't really, I bought put options. So past few months, but recently I didn't. Past few months I did. So right now I didn't hedge. So this is just my answer to you. Okay, I didn't hedge because my position isn't a lot right now, so I didn't hedge. All right, I think quite a few already. So Natalie, okay, at CE, STC, no, Elastic, sorry, I see ETSY. Elastic is not too bad. Natalie, Elastic is not too bad. Weekly time frame, I also know already. So it's on uptrend. It's on uptrend. Pull back over here, and now it's at the yearly pivot. It's now at the yearly pivot. Okay, very good. At the yearly pivot, and remove the yearly pivot over here. Okay, and it's hitting the money CPR over here. All right, Natalie, if I'm not mistaken, all right. Are you also a student of Bini? I think so, right? First, ask me question on the wash and rinse. So you can see here, this is the wash bar. No, this is not wash bar. This is the wash bar over here. And then this is the rinse bar, right? So there's a trigger over here if you really want to enter into Elastic, and it's also at the monthly pivot over here. All right. Well, there are so many stocks I cannot go through every single one of them. All right, so I just go through two more. I just go through two more. So Judy is asking about Pinduoduo. I think it should be the same price action. Yeah, for Chinese stocks, it's almost the same for all the tech stocks. Okay, price is below the money CPR. All right, so I wouldn't be interested to look at this stock. Okay, so I want price to be above the monthly CPR, then I'll be interested to look at the stock. So if price is below the CPR, it is on a downtrend, then I'll not be interested to look at this stock. All right. Angela is asking whether ICLN is doing a symmetrical triangle. All right. It is a symmetrical triangle. All right. So if you're talking about purely chart pattern, then ICLN is breaking above the symmetrical triangle. But for me, even though I know all these chart patterns, but I don't put much weight into them. So my main style, my main strategy, or my main indicators, whatever you say, it is still looking at the cloud, the CPR, and the pivots. All right. Last one. So I'm talking about Snap. Snap. Last one for stock. Last one for stock. Snap. It is good also. All right. After the earnings, right? Okay, recently. So if you take a look at the weekly time frame, it is also still on the uptrend one. Price is above the cloud. All right. And right now, price is above the monthly CPR over here. So can you see over here? All right. Price below the CPR, I'm not so keen to enter. All right. Rebounded at the S1 as mentioned. on the uptrend, S1 is like the last sign of defense. It rebounded and then retest again, cannot go higher, so it go down. So for SNAP, I won't be interested to look at this if it's on a downtrend on a daily time frame. Price is above the CPR, then I'll be keen to enter. All right, and it retest again, the pullback over here, right? Then you can choose to enter over here. All right, so it doesn't have a wash and rinse over here, but based on some other trigger, you can enter. For example, based on the the simple one, like price break above the previous day high, then you can enter again. The kind of, okay, doesn't mean to have a wash and rinse one. All right. John is asking, right? What is this wash and rinse bar? Right, the wash and rinse is not a bullish engulfing bar or whatever candlestick pattern. So I cannot really review over here because this is not my teaching. So this is based on Binnie Ong's teaching, which she mentioned during the previous summit. She talked about that. She's been teaching about wash and rinse already. So if you really want, you can search for Binnie Ong wash and rinse pattern. All right. So I hope that answers your question. And recently her promo for a course also ended already. So I don't think you have the chance to enroll for the course right now. Okay. So just to recap, wash and rinse is not a bullish engulfing bar. Okay. So just a recap over here, the stock that I mentioned today for the stock in focus is this GDX. All right. These gold miners over here. Okay. It is undergoing a pullback. The reason why I want to enter is because price is above the cloud, all right, above the CPR, and recently, and the commodities are also heading higher. So that's why I am bullish on the gold miners. But just to take note, gold miners and gold, they are brothers, so they move in tandem with each others. Okay. So I think that is all for today. I hope you guys gain some insights from my sharing. All right, so again, I think this is the first time I'm trying to do this kind of series, stock in focus. All right, I think last weekend I do a late night market talk with Alex. This time I'm doing a late night stock in focus with Alex. So it's kind of different theme. So do you guys like this kind of late night stock in focus with Alex, right? If you like, right, so I might continue with such team in the futures, right? So if you like, just type a yes in the comments. And I think that, right, really there are more people attending my Facebook Live at night than in the afternoon. So maybe moving forward, right, I might just do my Facebook Live late at night. Is that okay or not? Okay. Of course, I'm talking to a night owl. Of course, you say okay one. Am I right to say that? So I hope that I can give some of you value. I see some trade ideas that I will share with you guys. So by no means this is a recommendation to tell you what to buy or sell. So it's really up to you to decide when to enter, what to enter if you really want to enter. Okay. Yeah. So yes, late night better. As I mentioned, because you are staying with me right now, late night. Of course, you sure say that late night is better, okay. If I talk to a Facebook Live crowd in the afternoon, they will say that afternoon crowd is better, but really I think there are more people attending my Facebook Live at night. So yeah, moving forward, I might just do a Facebook Live in the night already. All right. So I think that's all for today. I think I've been rambling for quite long already. So thank you so much for being with me here tonight, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a good rest tonight. All right, tomorrow is a working day, so I will see you guys again in the next few days. All right, so good night and have sweet dreams, and see you guys again. Bye-bye.